This is SWBC Mortgage's Cowboys Crosstalk.
Check this out.
Broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco. Brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by SWBC Mortgage. Customized solutions to help you meet your personal and business goals. Visit SWBC.com. Now, your host, Shannon Gross.
Welcome to the show, 7 o'clock on a Wednesday night here in Cowboys Club at the Star in Frisco. And that can mean only one thing. It is time for Cowboys Crosstalk. And I am super duper pumped.
Yes, we
tonight. One, we have one heck of a game coming up this weekend to talk about. Two, we have one heck of a beatdown that we just experienced and witnessed on Sunday.
No worries.
And three, we have maybe my favorite guest of the season so far.
Yeah.
But before we get down the line here and introduce him, I'm super pumped to have you finally in person on the show. You did it virtually with us last year. We got you in person this year. The great Troy Hughes.
Troy,
yes.
What's up, baby?
Thank you.
What's up, baby?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, we did virtually last year. Apparently, I didn't get the dress code that we were doing it at Cowboys Club here at the Star in Frisco.
Nate never does either.
I didn't get. I'm looking out this crowd. Everyone's dressed for GQ, and I'm dressed for PE.
But you look good. You wear it well.
The only difference, Troy, is they got on $200 jeans. You got on $75.
I do have $75 jeans.
But you got nice shoes on.
Yeah, you do.
I had to
You
wear
got the
Concords.
kicks.
Had to wear
Not
the
me.
Concords.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm the same.
And then to your right, I've never seen
Yes.
Nate Newton. Welcome to the show, Nate.
Yes,
I've never seen
whoa,
you.
I'm happy, bro.
You were so geeked this week about the game.
Yes.
And we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah,
but
in a minute.
Before we do that, now I'm really pumped because most of the guests we have on this show are from your era and your homeboys. This guest,
That's right.
This guest is from my era and one of my homeboys.
Yes,
It's
he is.
Not often we have guys that are this closely related and removed from the team.
Mazur.
So we're gonna have all kind of cool questions that you can choose not to answer if you want to, but we would love to. Tyrone Crawford, welcome to the show, man. How you been,
Hey,
man?
let me say this right quick,
man.
like Tyrone. I know that this is his boy because they met here an hour before the show and went and had a little get together without Nate. So this is his boy.
Oh, really?
Believe that. I love that. It ain't often. You. I'm serious. We done had hundreds of guests. You the first one he had to take behind closed doors, boy, and kiss on you.
We're going to do that tonight, huh?
We're going to do that, man. He's one of the best. He's one of the best.
What have you been doing, man? What's been happening?
Man, I've been rolling, man. I just been just living. You know, obviously I've been trying to learn. One of the big things that Coach Marinelli always said is constant, never-ending improvement. So just every day just trying to improve myself in some kind of way. But definitely been improving as a father, you know, just been rocking with them little girls. That's been my favorite parts of my retirement. And, just trying to be a good husband and good dad. That's it, man.
You know, he's living that girl dad life like myself. I have two girls.
Absolutely.
If you didn't know that by the nail polish I'm rocking tonight. Okay?
Yeah, I was looking at you. I was like,
Yeah, I'm confident in that. I'm wondering, have you just given in? Have you just laid yourself as a human canvas for your girls? Have you done the full makeup?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
It's the best.
I live the life of a warrior. I live the life of a modern day gladiator.
Yeah.
And now it's time for my girls to just love on me, man. Whatever they want to do. I've had my nails painted.
yes.
Mans know I'm a man at the end of the day,
Oh,
so
yeah.
they don't ever
That's
want
right.
to test high.
That's right. I'm a man in my $75 jeans, right?
But you know what, though?
That's right.
His girls are 14 months apart. Yours?
My girls, I have a 12 and an 8.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
know what he told my wife in the elevator? She's like 14 months apart. I said, yeah, I don't know why my wife did that. Like he didn't have a part in it. Like he didn't have a part in it, man.
I always joke with it.
What is the best and worst parts of retirement?
Okay. The best parts of retirement, I guess, is time, and every minute that God gives you, you know. But then the worst part is time, man.
Yeah.
It's time. You know, like you're sitting there in the day, and you know you've read a little bit, you've done the things with the girls that you wanted to do, you took care of business, and you're like, okay, now what? You know, I'm used to being on a schedule. I'm used to be a routine, and trying to find the right routine for me. You know, getting my workout in, early and trying to, at least match it to a little bit of how I did when I was in football is working. But I just kind of need to fill in those little gaps, and I'm working on that. But, I stay busy. There's times where I'm out there, studying something that I want to do, in the real estate world. I'm right now I'm just focusing on kind of running, I guess, just taking little pieces of my portfolio. Me and my advisor, which he's amazing because he's not a lot of advisors would help you work on, starting to manage your own portfolio, but he's helping me manage my own portfolio. And, that's one of the big major focuses and the time takers. But, yeah, man.
I'm glad to hear that you're working out and trying to resemble something like what you did, because offensive and defensive linemen, they go one way or the other whenever they retire. Nate went slimmer, but a lot of guys go bigger.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I went fatter. Believe me, I went fighter. But I came a little bit downer. Now, my partner, Puck Smith, I think it's DBs and wide receivers that either turn huge or small. I think that. Yeah, I got a few teammates that's fatter.
Yeah.
How about you, Troy? What did you do after football?
I didn't do anything after football. I didn't do nothing. I stay on the couch, the same thing I did before football. I didn't move. I didn't do anything. But, yeah, you're talking about this workout program and stuff like that. When you're watching the boys right now and how dominant they are, and when you're watching this defense, do you just like, oh, man, I'm getting that itch.
Man,
I'm getting that itch.
Like I was telling Shannon earlier at dinner, at our private little dinner over there, I get the itch, right? I get the itch, and then I see, like, Parsons come and lay somebody out, and I'm like, I don't think I could just do that.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I just don't think I could do it, I see Randy, beating the tackle, and then the tackle getting pissed. Randy. Randy likes to talk his crap, and, you piss off a big tackle, you're going to get popped 3-4 times in the game, and I'm not taking them pops really easily right now. I might
Nate, talk about
him and Looney did the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Him and Looney, like, I was down with it till I saw everybody else hit. Then I decided I didn't want it no more.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I probably could give it, what I'm saying, if I needed to, if I had to, but I don't have to. So I'm thinking during the game, I'm like, oh, damn, I really don't want to do that right now.
Are you surprised with what Randy's doing this year, or does it not surprise you at all?
It doesn't surprise me at all. Not at all. I mean, I don't even know where else to go with that. Like, it doesn't surprise me at all, and I'm happy for him. Love that kid, man, and I can't wait to see what the future brings him. I hope the future brings him everything he ever wanted, him and his beautiful family. He's got a beautiful family as well, and, yeah, man, he's a good man, and I'm excited for him, man.
And what's also cool is not only what Randy's doing, and obviously you mentioned Micah, but the Tank is on his way back.
Yeah,
and tell us
he's
a little
itching
bit.
too.
Yeah, is he itching?
Is he close?
You know what? I can't say how close he is. I don't know when that day's gonna come, but when it comes,
watch out.
Yeah, he's itching. Definitely itching.
Oh yeah,
makes me excited how amped up he is to get back on that field.
You were at the game this past game, right?
Yes. Yeah.
How was that? Was that your first game back?
That was my first game in person. Yeah, back, especially at the stadium, and it was interesting.
Yeah.
It was. I got the chills like crazy during the national anthem. That's always a big time for players, obviously. As soon as that national anthem ends, time for war. We've been talked to by literally veterans. Marinelli and them guys. They prepare you for war. But yeah, I mean, I got the chills, but crazily, I didn't get to see that much of the game because we were mixing and mingling with everybody. There were so many people to see. It was kind of bothering me that I wasn't able to just sit down and watch, But I'm going to this game this weekend, so.
Are you going to game?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes, sir. That's big, bro.
I can't miss this.
Yeah.
This
your boy gonna be up there, man. Get some crowd noise, man. Man, and send the tape to him, man, so we can, we're going to rock that on the podcast, man.
Yeah.
You and some of the fans, all right?
I mean, man, Arrowhead, man, that is one of those more intimidating stadiums in the NFL. And during your career, what was that one stadium there had to be a stadium that you walked into that for a split second you're like, oh, damn, this is where I'm at.
There's a bunch of stadiums where you're pre-game, you're like, holy, like, I'm really here. But during the game, I'm not going to mess up. Obviously, the best place to play is Dallas. But
yeah, there you go.
But during the game, the sixth man, over there in Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand
Yes,
how they
sir.
get that place so loud.
And it's
man.
open. That's
It's
the crazy
open.
part.
And I'm like, and then you see like that big like nest, the eagle's nest or whatever they call it, and like it feels like that's where all the volume's coming from. You're like, how did they like build this stadium so it's, I don't know, the noise is coming right at you.
I
me tell you
appreciate that he
something.
called it the 6th man, not the 12th man, because I'm an Aggie, and the true 12th man's in,
Is it
in
12th man?
Caulfield. It's 12th man, but no, they're not the 12th man.
Yeah, I'm
12th
thinking-
man is at Texas A&M.
I was
just wanna
thinking, I
let
was
you know.
thinking the ball.
Yeah, go ahead.
The basketball
yeah,
movie, huh?
They had a basketball
That's like
team.
one of
they
my
couldn't keep
favorite
it,
movies ever.
So it's all good.
I'm gonna tell you
like
something,
that
man.
movie?
They awesome, man. But when you feel what KC gonna do this week, I'm telling you, they saying the home of the Braves, Kansas City.
They're gonna do what?
When they gonna have, they know when we came, when the last time I played, they had jets fly over.
The noise. You're talking about the noise.
And
Oh,
the
the
noise,
noise,
and
okay.
they would be singing the home of the Braves.
Oh,
but
yeah.
but in place of the home of the Braves, like 100 million folks would say home of the Chiefs.
Oh, I
and
know.
you couldn't even hear the Jets going over there, be so loud.
I
So
was there
now
last year,
Cowboys team coming in there, hyped, talking about taking down their team. This thing gonna be it's gonna be off the chain.
It's gonna be off,
I want
yeah.
you to get some, bro. I want you to get that noise and
Man,
tape
you know,
it a
I'm gonna
little
be.
bit.
I'm either gonna wear my my D. Lawrence jersey,
Right.
or I'm gonna wear my Anthony Hitchens jersey.
Anthony,
Get you one of those.
Cowboys Anthony Hitchens.
yeah.
Get you one of those that split down the middle where it's half and half.
Yeah, you know, I don't want those are both my boys, man.
That would be a good move to wear your Hitchens Cowboys jersey.
Yeah, my brother's got one too, so we might both just do it.
Yeah.
We're ganged up out there, man. We're going deep.
Yeah. All right. Tell you what. Let's take our first break. When we come back, let's talk about since Ty didn't get to see a whole lot of the game. Troy, we'll let you tell him what happened.
What the hell are you going to let me tell him? He played in the NFL.
But he didn't get to see the game. He was.
I'm sure
mixing
he
and mingling.
knows.
All right.
Remember,
Well,
I'm on the couch.
okay.
There's a lot of hitting going
Yeah,
on.
a lot of hitting.
I rewatched it.
You did. Oh, never mind.
There it is.
We'll talk about something else when we come back. Stay tuned to see what we'll talk about next. Coming up next, that and much, much more with the great Tyrone Crawford. You're listening to Cowboys Crosstalk on the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
to SWBC Mortgage's Cowboys Crosstalk.
Yeah, check this out.
Broadcasting live from the Cowboys Club at the Star in Frisco.
Welcome back to the show. Shannon Gross joined by Troy Hughes, Nate Newton, and our buddy Tyrone Crawford. Welcome back. And Troy, did you know that at SWBC they have customized solutions for individuals and businesses, and they're just a click away?
I did not know that. Do you have any more information about that?
Actually, I do. After the show, I want you to visit swbc.com to learn more and start your next adventure.
Okay, I'm going to do that because Tyrone said he's going to hook me up with his portfolioist. I guess, is that what you call the guy? So, yeah, because he's working on your portfolio. I've got like $20, $30 in my pocket. So I want to see how far I can take that money.
And I'll put my 5 with it. We can rock.
Flipping.
I'll give you another 5.
Yeah.
How's that?
That's 40.
Yeah. That's called diversifying, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
We're
that's
starting
what
the fun.
Yeah.
We're going to get it going.
There we go. Let's go. Speaking of getting it going, the Cowboys got it going again this weekend. And up until this week, Nate was arguing with us on our daily show that the Cowboys have not dominated another team, and we disagreed with him. We said they had one dominating performance and kind of another one. He disagreed. Nate, would you say this was a dominant one this week?
On a 1 to 10. See, the Cowboys have had a 7. They've had a 6.5, and they beat Philly. But after they took that lump, that little bump in the road against them, I'm telling you, they are upset. They are a way better team than Atlanta. I mean, pound for pound, we're the better team. So now, I just knew an 8 was coming, and they unleashed on these guys in every phase, all 3 phases. Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, you're a hard grader.
Hard. So hard.
No, honestly, but that's how me and my brother are. We say rate it, and we're rating it out of a 1 to 10 scale. And yeah, I mean, I honestly, you know what? Like, I got Hulu, and Hulu has live sports. I'm not part of Hulu, but so I was so behind on the game. I seen that I went from like 14 points, and I pressed go live, and it just jumps up, and I'm like, whoa, what happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was obviously on the barbecue. I went live because I was like, I'm missing things. People are texting me like the Cowboys are dogging these boys.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. Jump live. I seen it. I'm giving it a 9.2.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because where's a 10? Like, what would you give a 10?
He's waiting to the
I'm waiting to the playoffs, man. We need to get that. No, just if the first round of the playoffs, and I've always said you can get in the first round, but if you can just beat, the brakes off somebody in that first round.
Statement.
Fear comes. Fears come for the next game.
Yeah,
Fear
and
comes.
the Cowboys are doing this coming off that really bad loss to the Broncos. I mean, not only was it not only weird, bad, embarrassing to do that at AT&T Stadium. Have you been involved in one of those games where you just left it going, what happened? What did we do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many of those games. Yeah. I hate talking about these games. But, like, obviously, I mean, even with the playoff games against the Rams, I forget what that was, 16. It was – we felt so prepared, so ready. Obviously, Coach Marinelli harped on, get down, get ready for the ball because these guys snap it quick. And that's one thing we had a couple mistakes on during the game that might have set us back mentally. But, we came out of that game like, wait.
Yeah.
Like, how did that happen? Like, they're a good team, but like, man, we were playing really well, and we thought that we can go into that game and take that game for sure, especially, with that on the line. But those games happen all the time, and it's a good thing to happen right in the middle of the season, especially when whatever record they were. And my mistake, I went to the Broncos game.
Oh, is that the one you went to?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't go this week. You went to the
No,
Broncos.
I went to the Broncos game.
Oh, that was my bad because I said this week.
Well, I was thinking, either way.
He didn't want to correct you as Canadian. He's being polite. He had to represent Drake tonight. I see what he's doing over there.
I don't need to represent Drake. Drake's representing Drake.
He is. He is representing.
That boy's going crazy.
Someone else representing Dak Prescott during this game against this Falcons team this past Sunday. I mean, one of his best games of the season, without question, and Dak personally. I'm curious to get your opinion on something that was kind of a talking point on 105.3 The Fan, and that was Dak making the decision to make that rushing TD. when the game was so far ahead, and he was like, I'm just going to pound it in. I'm going to get in the end zone. And people were so worried about his, his well-being and coming off the injury. You just can't stop him from doing stuff like that, right?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
See, like I always tell Dak, there's a lot of bad. Let me not curse. There's a lot of bad dudes out there, you know what I mean, and a lot of bad light-skinned dudes, and I have a rating, and he's up there in the top ratings of bad light-skinned dudes. You know what I mean?
Nate, you can take this one.
But honestly though, you ain't stopping Dak from doing something like that. He would probably tell everybody that's worried about him, don't worry about me. I'm all right. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna do me. Yeah, man, he's a bad individual. I say it, man. Dak for president 2030 or whenever he's gonna run, I'm voting.
Wow, when I look at Dak, man, I look at these guys, and we did Straight Jacket. Straight Jacket name?
J-Ron Curse.
J-Ron Curse.
Straight Jacket.
Straight Jacket.
Yeah.
Because he said he go crazy during the game.
Yeah,
he said he never seen nobody like. Explain.
He's very mild-mannered. He's a little bit like you, but he takes it up another notch than you do on game day. And D-Law, y'all are kind of in the same. He flips, and his eyes light up, and he screams and yells, and he runs by you and yells, and and Nate said, well, he was on our show Monday, and he was like Tuesday, and he was
real calm,
super calm and cool. And we got off the show, and then today Nate goes, he's going to be so geeked for this game, they're going to put him in a straight jacket. So his nickname's Straight Jacket.
I like it.
And so we asked him a question about that, and no, we didn't. We say because he leads the cheers, and he said, "Are you the guy that lead the cheers before the game? Do you open up the huddle and everything?" He said, "Nah." He said, "I'm not the guy." He said, "Dak's the guy." Dak let us know when we're gonna do the opening up the huddle. And if he don't say anything, we know he's getting ready. And that right there, bro, that says a lot. Yeah. When you got a defensive player saying, this Dak team, we don't step over that line. That's just big, man.
What was it like you hear people in the media, I don't even know if you listen to the media now that you're retired, because we know that y'all all listen to the media. When you're not retired, you just say you don't, right? When you're playing, you always listen to the media. You just say you don't, right?
Well, honestly, I might have listened to some things, where somebody's like, "Hey, why'd you say this?" or something like that. But other than that, no, I never really listen to the media. But I love the media, man.
We know you do. You're always good.
It makes me feel good.
I love the media.
Makes me feel really good.
There's certain members that would come into the locker room that I didn't like so much, but that was just because of the person that they are. Tomorrow, I'm Canadian. I like good people. I like good hearts. I don't I don't like snakes. And I see.
I got to pull up my notes and get the names of these media guys. I got to get these names.
We'll do that in the break.
Okay, do it in the break. Do it in the break.
But you hear in the media all the time about Dak and the leader that he is, and the team follows him. Can you talk a little bit about how he got the team to follow him at such a young point in his career too? It was like his rookie year, and it seemed like by the end of his rookie year, he had the team, everyone was behind him and going in one direction.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I could say about Dak. I'm not going to say too much because at the end of the day, that boy's ugly, and and he knows. I'll tell him straight to his face.
Wow.
But no, the one thing. I guess two things. He holds himself very confident, and he doesn't shy away from his beliefs. He is who Dak is. He is. He won't be deterred by anybody else's kind of, beliefs. I guess he stands firm in his beliefs, and he rides with it. For instance, everything that people try to ridicule him for in Dallas, before in the past, he brushed it off. And kept it moving. He has no rearview mirror. He rips it off and keeps going. And he's a beast, man. Honestly, I'm a big fan of Dak Prescott, along with a lot of the other guys on the team and the team this year. But that man's an animal.
And now Dak Prescott's going to go into Kansas City this weekend, taking on the Chiefs. And let's talk about another quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. He's going to be there. And Tyrone, you've seen him play. You know what this kid can do. He's not a kid anymore. This guy's a man when he's out there on the field. What can you tell me about what you see from Mahomes?
Yeah, man, he's special too. But, I don't know Mahomes on a personal basis, but just seeing the guy he is on the field, You know, and he's light skinned too, so I don't really.
I didn't know it was a club. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is.
I'm getting details now. I'm getting told details.
Yeah. But no, I mean, he just makes a lot of great plays. He seems very confident on the field as well. So I mean, he's a good quarterback. You know, probably. He's gonna have a challenge this week though, because them defensive boys. I mean, Quinn's got them boys going crazy right now. So I'm excited to see what happens for sure.
Nate, why have you been so excited about this game all week?
Because we finally playing a team I think that can match up. Besides the first game of the year, which we didn't know what this team was.
Yeah.
But now since we've seen our team play the Cowboys, now you playing somebody of equal talent. Each position you match up, and even though they don't play against each other, quarterback for quarterback, both of them rolling. Offensive lines are okay. They ain't nothing great. Defensive lines are young because we don't have our horses. But they all are the same. Each offense got to get going so the other team's defense can take advantage of the pass rush. Who can get the best running game going and who can get the most stops defensively going to win this game. And I like that, where everything is at stake. I mean, it can be a shootout. It can be by 5 points. It can be by 105 points. But the shootout is going to be so great, man, because you see talent running on both sides. Offensive, defensive, Kansas City, the Cowboys. It's everywhere. This should be a great game.
Yeah, and you're talking about the defensive weapons going up against the Chiefs on this Cowboys team. And Tyrone Crawford, you dropped the name Q. You mentioned Dan Quinn and what he's done with this defensive squad. Go ahead and tell me a little bit more. What do you think about Dan Quinn?
You know, just from what I've seen, you know, I think I got a chance to say hi or something, you know, before, you know, I pretty much took all my stuff up out the building.
Yeah.
But I knew who he was. I knew how he was. I knew what he was about. You know, obviously he's got a lot of respect around the league. Marinelli respects him, you know, and anybody Marinelli respects, I respect. That's, you know, that's Sensei right there. That's, you know, Master Splinter. But
I like the reference. That's
yeah,
a good reference.
Absolutely.
Good reference, man.
Absolutely. But yeah, man, he's just got the boys rolling, man. And I love the style of defense they're playing. I love what he's doing with the defensive line. You know, I know once they get Law back and Neville back, they just got Tristan back, and you know, I'm not sure. I always forget his name, but 97 is rolling. You know, it's good to see them boys just doing their thing. And I have a problem when I watch games. Yeah,
Osa.
Yeah,
how you pronounce it? I mean,
yeah, I met him. I met him, and I shouldn't have forgot his name, but. I know his number.
It's only three letters. It's only 3 letters.
Yeah,
Osa.
I know his number. He's made an impact for sure. And yeah, so I'm just excited to see, you know, how they can keep rolling, man. That guy's obviously, you know, inspirational towards you know, on the field and with the men as well. You know, he's got them at a point where, you know, a coach needs to have you, like you'll run through a wall for a coach type of thing.
All right, fellas, let's take our next break, and when we come back, we will talk to the great, our friend, Tyrone Crawford. You're listening to Cowboys Crosstalk on the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
SWBC Mortgage's Cowboys Crosstalk.
Yeah, check this out.
Broadcasting live from the Cowboys Club at the Star in Frisco.
Welcome back, Shannon Gross, Troy Hughes, Nate Newton, and our guest of honor, Tyrone Crawford. Before we get back to the show, join the more than 120,000 customers that we've helped to find their happier way home. Visit SWBCmortgage.com to find a pro today. And before, you mentioned Marinelli a couple times in the show, and I don't know if most people know what a great human being he is and what an impact he had on like all you guys' life. I want to get to that in a second.
Yep.
But first, Nate, how would you have blocked Tyrone Crawford back in the day if y'all would have gone? Because he mentioned earlier about
I would have got crumbled.
making a tackle or a guard mad, and they're going to bang you. When you watch football on Sundays, as just an onlooker, you don't realize the violence and the elbows and the rib shots that get thrown during a game. Tell the people how you would have taken someone on like number 98.
And Tyrone in his heyday when he was in his prime, we just roll him up a little bit. And what we mean by that is we'll double team him a lot.
That's what happened.
And we'll wear him down.
That's why I'm retired.
Too many roll-ups?
You got rolled
Too
up.
many double teams. Man.
Yep.
And see, the thing about it, I would keep him going upfield. His strength was when he can get into you and get inside you, and then he on top of your quarterback. What I would do, I just keep him going upfield and hope and pray to God that they didn't want to run no games. You know what I'm saying? That's the way you can get me. If you try to run games, I ain't have long arms. His arms longer than mine, so that's how I would try to play him. Yeah.
Okay.
But then by the end of the game, we gonna be on bump them ribs enough so that we didn't get called for rib shots back in the day.
Yeah.
And we didn't get called for.
Just remember,
Yeah.
I had some goons on my side too.
I just said back in the day, we didn't have.
If we're doing 2-on-2, I'm just gonna call D-Lo over.
Yeah,
Come
I'm telling
here.
you.
You know, it's funny you mentioned, you didn't call penalties on stuff like that. And
Yeah.
obviously the players today, they're not going to talk as much about officiating as they probably want to.
Right.
So I can ask a former
There you
NFL
go.
player about
Yeah.
that. Taunting, man. I mean, this taunting is getting out of hand. Don't you agree?
So wild, man. So wild. I forget what game I was watching, but it was almost so critical. Like he looked over at the sideline.
I think it was
Yeah.
the Bears
The
game.
Bears game.
Bears
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a kick and then looked over at the sideline, and I was like, no way they're gonna call that. Steelers, right?
Yeah.
Yep. No way they're gonna call that. They called it, man. And I'm like, they gotta pull that flag.
You know, it is rare when the NFL or the NBA make a right call. You know, taunting. I've never gotten guys taunted me all the time because I want to talk.
Yeah.
But they taunted me all the time, and it's like I just laugh. You know, and go back to the huddle. What is it? What can I say to this grown man who's hammering me and I'm hammering him? What can I say to him? Talk about his mom. I really don't know his mom. He done figured that out.
Right.
You
right.
know,
And
all the
it's-
film I studied was on him.
Yeah, and it's so subjective. You know,
Yes.
the taunting call is so subjective. All the other calls in the NFL, obviously you look for certain things.
Yes.
I mean, there's nothing in the rule book, like you said in that Bears game, where it's like, okay, did the guy look at the sideline and for how long?
Yeah,
it's so objective.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, man. Why? That shouldn't even be in the rule books. Why?
Yeah, no, it shouldn't. I mean, that end of story. It shouldn't be in the rule book. I mean, there could be so many other things that they can fix other than that, but whatever.
And then you don't call. And then you call that thing against the Saints. That hit to the head. It wasn't a hit to the head.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, everybody in the world saw it, but those 5 or 6 refs. When you could have said, "Hey, man, we need to, take that back."
Right.
You cost them a game, man.
I feel like in the United States.
Oh no! Oh no!
Sorry,
Here we go.
Sorry. But that's when I
We're having
really
a
got
border
into
war. Here we go.
That's when I really got
Border
into
wars.
watching sports
Yeah.
and like being a sports fan. Like I was never a sports fan. Like even now, I'll put on Netflix over a Monday night game. You know what I mean?
right.
I'll turn on the PlayStation over that.
Right.
But
Oh, we got to get into Call of Duty talk.
yeah,
later, too.
Call of Duty, you know that. But no, but I feel like big mistakes by refs are a huge moment in sports, and like that's a big history in the United States. Like in America, like even the Saints game when I think it was Diggs that caught I don't even know what happened. There was a big issue with the Saints game a couple years back, And it was a huge, like, they should have went to the Super Bowl, right?
Oh, yeah.
The
pass interference
that
wasn't called between
for the Rams.
Yeah,
the
the Saints and Rams game. I mean, that was
Rams.
ridiculous
Yeah,
right there.
ridiculous. And, I mean, but we're always going to talk about that.
Yeah,
and they never changed the rule. They tried. They did some. They faked at it. You know, like they was going.
And the refs were like, "Make the rule. We just won't call anything."
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Never call it. Yeah.
You know, Tyrone Crawford here joining us for Cowboys Crosstalk. You mentioned really briefly about Call of Duty. And so during the commercial break, I decided to check out your Twitter account. You're at, of course, T. Crawford 98. Yeah. You follow some interesting people, and by that I mean not me. But I was looking at some of the people that you follow, and I'm curious as to why you're following these people.
Uh-oh.
Okay?
Oh, here we go.
Don't
So
get
I'm
him in
curious.
trouble. Don't get him in trouble.
Tyrone Crawford, why are you following NASA? Do you have, like, dreams and aspirations of being an astronaut?
You know why I'm following NASA?
Yeah.
Very good story. I like playing devil's advocate along with my brother. You know,
Okay.
like when we're arguing about something, and when the flat Earth conversation came up, our wives decided they wanted to argue with us. Well, we both, like, let me not say our wives. We all decided, let's debate about this. And me and my brother, obviously, we think, you know, the world is sphere, but we're seeing that there are like, oh, yeah, the world sphere is so stupid how they. And then we're like, okay, ding, let's just say it's flat. You know what I'm saying? So we're like, NASA says, and I was trying to look for it on NASA, but I followed them because they had a lot of interesting stuff.
Okay, all right. Kyrie Irving on line 2. Let's see. Who else are you following? Why are you following Jordan Spieth? Now, you're retired. Have you picked up the golf game? Are you doing more golf now? Or do you just respect him as a player?
Well, I respect him as a player, respect where he's from, and you know, he's done some good things. And yes, I'm trying. Right now. Don't just call me out on my golf. Like, people can't just start. I'm getting better. I just got a nice set of PXGs, and I think I'm about to act up for real.
Awesome.
So,
and then the last person I want to ask you, why are you following? Let me try to pronounce this. Shannon Gruos. How do you pronounce that word?
Oh, that's me.
Oh, that's you, Shannon Gross. Yeah. Why are you following this guy?
Oh man, it's my brother. That's my guy.
Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
There it is.
I like that segment.
And he's got a great beard.
Thank you.
That's a cool segment. Did you hear that last part?
What did he say?
Have a great beard.
See, I actually had to shave before I came up here.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not going to come in here with my little baby goatee next to this guy here. It'd be like doing a show with Tyron Smith and then Zerline's next to him. Like, can't put them next to each other.
It's okay, because Ty's been growing that for like 7 years. And
Me and Nate.
Yeah.
Me and Nate. Look at Nate. Yeah.
Wow, man, that's all right there, man.
So, Ty, talk a little bit about Marinelli and the type of human he is, and because I don't think most people know how solid of a dude he is and what he's meant to you and a lot of guys that he's coached and touched.
Man, I can't say enough about Coach Marinelli. To me, obviously, he was one of my, I guess, biggest impacts in my career. Him coming in and, me getting injured, him sticking with me, talking to me throughout, my injury. Every single day he would want me in. He was pushing me to do things. And, I guess that parent or that uncle or somebody that pushes you your whole life and you're like, man, why is this guy pushing me? Why is this guy pushing me? Until you grow up and you're like, man, I love this man for pushing me because now I am this way. And that's Marinelli. You struggled your butt off, through the drills and through the reading and everything he had you doing. But at the end of the day, when you look back, you're like, and not even when you look back, I kind of noticed it in the process. He cares for his guys. He's got a great heart, and he wants guys to do great. And if you just kind of trust in him and trust in his system, trust in how he does things, you'll see.
And then, of course, I've got to ask Nate the same question. I mean, growing up watching you as a Cowboys fan, who was that one coach that just pushed you so hard when you were on the team?
Charles Haley.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm being honest. Charles Haley was my guy, man. I feared Jimmy, so Charles Haley and Coach Johnson.
You feared
man.
Jimmy?
Oh yeah, man. Wow. I gotta have a name for him, but I'm not gonna say that of German descent. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
so
yeah.
I want to say his name. He was tough, man.
Yeah.
Back then they could because the contracts wasn't great, so they could get you out of fear of them contracts too. So. Yeah, but Charles Haley changed my life around.
How?
By pushing me, by making me work out, by just the things he said. And then when you see a guy that get up like Coach Marinelli and work out with you, what time you want to be over here? And this time you need to be over here. Just, when a guy take you to the next level and then you see results. He came in. Next year I'm in my first Pro Bowl. The next year I'm into my first All-Pro. And it's because Charles kept me going, man, with the fear of our little gentleman. Yeah.
All right, before we go to break, you're going to the game this weekend.
Yes, I am.
Who is one guy that you're going to be watching more than others? Who are you going to be looking for on the field on the Cowboys side? We know Hitch, that's your guy. But on the Cowboys side, we'll go around the horn here before we go to break. Who's somebody you're going to keep your eye on this week?
Man, I'm keeping my eye on. I mean, obviously, if we talk defense, I'm keeping my eye on AB, keeping my eye on Diggs, I'm keeping my eye on Dorrance Armstrong. I love the way he's been playing. And the entire D-line, I can't take my eyes off the D-line. That's why I hate watching football sometimes, because, I'm like, D-line, and I don't even see an interception. I'm like, man, how do you finish the play type of thing? But, yeah, man, if we're talking defense, and then, it was crazy. They announced the defense, a couple weeks ago when I was watching on TV, and I knew 4 guys, and I was like, holy, So on offense, I knew everybody. So I'm gonna be locked in. I'm just gonna be locked in, man. I'm not paying attention. I don't have many people that I'm not gonna have talk to the whole weekend. So when it's game time, I'm locked in. Cowboys Nation, we're rocking. Hopefully we're rocking. We better be rocking out there. And, yeah, man, I'm vibing.
I mean, without question, it's going to be Micah. I'm going to keep my eye on him, not only just to see what he can do against Patrick Mahomes and how elusive he is as a quarterback, but where the Cowboys are going to line him up. That's been a topic of discussion. And so I want to watch him. And then, not many people want to watch this part, no offense, but I want to watch the offensive line. I want to see what happens with this Cowboys offensive line, because there's so many conversations right now about, well, Tyron's now, and now you got Terrence Steele who's stepping up. He's not getting the reps he should. Connor Williams holding everything in sight. I mean, there's so many aspects to this offensive line that I'm actually going to watch that. But without question, number 1 on my list, it's Micah Parsons.
How about you, Nate?
Well, I'm watching Chris Jones, big number 95 for
Kansas City,
because he can line up at each position, man.
He can make. He better not line up against 70.
Yeah, nah. He can line up at each position and be competitive. Now 70, that's a different
that's a
story.
different dog right
but
there.
By the same aspect, then this guy over here that's saying this kid holding everything, this is what he may have to hold on to.
Yeah, that's true.
See what I'm saying?
That's true.
So when I see great defensive linemen, because I played defense in college, and that's just special, man. And so when you got a guy that can play multiple positions, man, and can have an impact, because a lot of guys can't do that, I'm watching number 95, because if they make us, if whoever start throwing that ball the most because they have to, because they're behind, their defense is going to take advantage of this game.
All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, we will talk more Kansas City, Dallas Cowboys. With Tyrone Crawford, you're listening to Cowboys Crosstalk on the Dallas Cowboys
SWB
Radio Network.
Morgan.
To SWBC Mortgage's Cowboys Crosstalk.
Check this out.
Broadcasting live from the Cowboys Club at the Star in Frisco.
Welcome back to the last segment of the show. Troy Hughes to my right, Nathan Newton to his right, and Tyrone Crawford to his right.
Yes.
And let me tell you guys real quick about SWBC PEO, helping to alleviate the HR administrative burden that comes with running a business. Leave the worrying to us. Visit SWBCPEO.com. Wait till after the show because we're almost done, but just wait to find out more. All right, fellas. I think
So there are many branches to SWB.
Oh, yeah.
so many branches.
So many branches, man.
So many.
Wow.
That-
Did they got a local barber?
What, you need a haircut?
No, I'm just saying. There's so many. I mean,
No.
I don't know where you're going with
Yeah,
this.
no, I'm not gonna go anywhere. I was gonna talk about your beard, but I'm not gonna.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you for
But I
not.
want to see his chin one day. I want to see if it's soft.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You know what? I've had this thing so long, I'm scared to shave. There's probably so many wrinkles under here that I
You know how old he is?
we ain't going into that, Nate. That's,
You
no.
just turned 50, right?
Close.
You turned
Hey,
50?
49.
You don't
Close.
even look it.
Close.
Man, that must be all those incredible Jack Black products you're using.
It must be. Wink, wink, wink.
Yeah, wink, wink.
All right, let's talk about Kansas City Chiefs, Dallas Cowboys. Troy, what do the Cowboys need to do this weekend to win this game besides score 50 points?
Evacuate the stadium before kickoff, because that's going to be one of their biggest problems. I
Sound,
think
noise?
it's going to be sound. I'm curious to ask you, Tyrone Crawford, when you're going up against teams, and you had mentioned going up against Seattle and going up there against Seahawks. When you're getting ready for a team like that, how does preparation change when it comes to sound? When it comes to the energy that's going to be in that stadium?
You know, I was never like a guy that worried about, going to an away game as far as, what their sound's going to be like. But I guess it's not the sound coming at you. It's the players reacting to the sound.
Right.
So, like, you get a big sack at AT&T, it's roaring. It's roaring. So then that amps everybody else up, amps the whole defense up. You can raise your hands like this, and it's roaring, you know what I mean? So you're in Kansas, and the defense is, it might get a little loud. That hypes them up, that hypes them up on the field. So, I'm just hoping, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about the sound or nothing like that. I know these boys. I mean, you got Dak Prescott at quarterback. He doesn't, his mental is different. His mental
Really?
is
Yeah.
different.
When I played, New Orleans was that team.
Yeah.
And their sack total was different away and home. Almost twice. They get 2 more sacks at the crib than they would on the road. So, but what always kept us was we knew we were better. We knew it, and so whatever we worked on, one time they had us holding hands. That didn't last too long because I didn't want to be holding hands. So,
Wait. Whose hands were you holding?
I was holding 2 and I was touching Mark Stepnoski because I was helping with the snap count.
Oh, really?
Or either I was touching Big Baby, and he was a little greasier than everybody else. Derek Kennard, he was a little greasy. So but if you're the better team, and you stay under control, but you have to keep that game close. You can't let that thing get 14 points down because now that crowd noise will take over, bro.
Yeah. The crowd noise is one of them. And another thing, Shannon, and we haven't even mentioned this guy by name yet. It's Ezekiel, and what Zeke can do out there. Zeke, first of all, Zeke came into the season slim and trim. He was looking in phenomenal shape, and he's definitely a weapon that I sometimes believe he gets forgotten. I don't know why, but I think all this season we've talked about Dak Prescott. We have talked about Micah Parsons. We're talking about Trayvon Diggs in the corner. I feel like Zeke has gotten forgotten somehow.
And he's quietly having a great year.
Without question. And it's great. You being in the locker room, you seeing Zeke and how he prepares. And more importantly, I've seen him in the locker room. Guy's funny as hell.
Yeah,
he's a jokester.
Yeah, you can't even mention half the things you see in the locker room.
I know that.
No, but I don't forget him. I see that guy, but I also again, I know these guys. I don't think I'm biased when I say this. He's balling. You obviously got, TP that's out there too. So, and then Kellen's a beast.
Yeah.
So, with those guys doing their thing, and it kind of just being balanced, it's been, I guess fans or whatever can forget about Zeke, but
Other
that
teams
boy's
don't.
rocking.
Other teams don't.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do forget about him.
Yeah, and he brings up Kelly and throws some Boise State love in there.
I mean,
He had to throw that Boise State love.
What is that connection, man? Like, is there a connection? Is there a coach in Cowboys history that has an in with Boise? How do the guys wind up here like that? It's
Man,
crazy.
Do you see like the eyes of the man that they bring in from Boise State?
Mature.
Like we got a wolf hunter, man.
Yeah.
We got a wolf hunter. Like we're just different, Like it's I don't know. I
Y'all
guess,
mature, man.
It's playing on that field.
well, we had some good
playing on
coaches.
that blue
We
field.
definitely had some good coaches, definitely.
Yeah.
Nate, what do you think they need to do to go up there and snatch a victory from the jaws of Arrowhead?
If our offensive line play nice, they won't be able to handle us. If our offensive line play nice, it's
So
over.
that's your key to the game is offensive
if
line?
our offensive line play nice, it's over. Because you can't stop us. We're going to run it, and we're going to pass it. And Kansas City don't have that type of defense that they can just take away one thing naturally. They need their offense to help them. If our offensive line is in sync, it's over.
Yeah, and then you have to look to the next game, which will be just around the corner. You get ready for Thanksgiving, going up against the Raiders. And I know you're Canadian, but are you celebrating Thanksgiving?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You
Okay.
can celebrate 2 Thanksgiving. Who wouldn't?
Okay, I'm just asking. Are you a turkey guy, ham guy, both guy, everything guy? Are you cranberry sauce? Are you all that?
Never done the cranberry sauce, but my mom's coming down. My mom's actually going to be here tomorrow, so we're going to be prepared. I mean, there's going to be everything.
Who's cooking? If mom's coming down, are you cooking? Is she cooking? Or?
Crazy thing is my wife has got us on a thing where we're all doing 1 or 2. My mom's going to do like 3 dishes. Her and her mom are going to do like 3 dishes, and then we're going to all kind of bring a dish. Like an experimental.
Oh, man. Yeah. I would have seen this Tyrone Crawford experimental dish.
What you bringing? You got an idea?
I got to put something on the barbecue. That's all I know how to do.
I don't know. Once again, I was seeing who you were following on Twitter, and he was following Takis. So he's going to make some Takis dish for Thanksgiving.
I'm not about to start giving people props on errors instead of us. We should have free Takis up here.
All right, fellas, it is now time for our brass tacks moment presented by Liberty Tax. Liberty Tax is a proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Join the team today at libertytax.com/hiring. We have about a minute and a half. Troy, what is I know it's Wednesday, but what's your prediction for the game this weekend?
Prediction for the game is that it's going to be a lot closer than everyone thinks. I say that because I really think this is going to come down to it's going to come down to a game-winning play, and I really do think it's going to come down to a field goal. Who's going to make that field goal? I'm not ready to say that yet.
Don't know which side it's going to come
Don't know
from,
which side, but this is going to be incredibly close.
What do you think, Ty?
I honestly don't think it's going to be that close. I just think the Cowboys are going to go in there and do their thing, and I'm not being biased, honestly. I think that it's going to be somewhere in, I think Cowboys 28, Chiefs 14. Nothing higher than 21.
All right. What do you think, Nate? Big Nate?
1 point. All I need is a 1 point victory.
Just one.
Just 1 point.
Just need
victory,
one.
baby.
Me too,
That's all
yeah.
I need. Yes, sir.
Who's winning?
What are you doing?
Let's go, Nick.
Yeah. Man, take us out of here, man. Take us out of here, Shannon. Do what you do best.
All right. Well, I'm going to go a shootout. I think it's going to be. I like you. I think it's close. 1 point field goal. Last possession probably wins it.
Yep.
Cowboys 42. Kansas City 41.
We're going to win again because they're going to miss the field goal.
Yes. Troy, it's been a pleasure, man. Good hanging out. Nate,
you so
always
much.
fun with you. Ty, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Ty.
This has been Cowboys Crosstalk on the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?